Hey there. Today we're going to talk about the importance of student agency for personalized learning. And what you need to understand is that it really is the lubricant for the gears or the lifeblood for the body for personalized learning to successfully occur. So I want you to think about personalized learning as being many systems integrated, just like here, moving from the right to the left. We've got the muscular system. If there's a pulled muscle, the body can still perform, but if the muscles all break down, the body can't perform. The skeletal system, we can break bones and the rest of the body can work, but that part's not going to work. And if too many of the bones are gone, the body's not going to work. Digestive system, if that goes, I can still be fed through a tube or intravenously, but it's not going to be pleasant. Nervous system, same thing. I have nerves all throughout my body, and even though the nervous system might die, I can still be alive. So the circulatory system is the last one, and that's the one where when your heart stops, that's when they declare you dead. And that's because the blood runs to all of the other systems, all of the organs, and the blood is what keeps everything moving because it's got the oxygen in it. So think about student agency as the circulatory system. So it pumps the blood to every other system and it keeps every other system healthy and working smoothly. Okay. So here is another visual for you. Gears in a system, if they don't have oil, they end up breaking down, they overheat, they start to scrape against one another, and eventually they're going to stop moving, right? They grind to a halt. So if you think about your engine, why do you need oil in your engine? And it's so that the whole thing doesn't seize up because of the gears overheating. So if we're going to add oil to our system, we don't want to do it this way, right? You don't just throw it out there and hope that it works. You have to figure out where it goes, and you have to make sure that you are really putting it where it needs to be. You have to make sure you've got the right kind of oil, not just generic anything. So I cannot stress enough how important student agency is to all of your success. So here's a visual for you. You've got multiple parts moving, and you've got the red dot, which is the blood, right? Or student agency, keeping those gears running smoothly. Okay. So that's your lubricant, that's your blood, that's helping everything to stay healthy. If something starts to slow down, you want to return to your student agency. Don't try to create something else new. 9 out of 10 times when my teachers that I coached hit a wall, it was because of student agency and a lack of student agency. And so in classrooms where I saw personalized learning working well and successfully, the teacher regularly returned to student agency and had students self-assess themselves. If something was going wrong, the kids and the teacher together would try to figure out what was going on and how to fix it. So this is a different diagram with agency over on the left, and it's isolated by itself. When it is isolated, or when you only do it once in a while, the rest of the system breaks down. That's how important student agency is. So you want to start with student agency, and then you want to add your other features. And then as they start to move slowly, you'll get a system going, but you have to make sure your student agency is there at all times and it is involved in every activity, no matter what you are doing. So these are the 4 pillars that we're going to be working on: learner pathway, student agency, flexible environment, and learner profile. Those are the 4 big pillars that we will focus on. Now, remember though, student agency is the most important of all. Without it, everything else will fall apart. So be prepared to backtrack and come back to student agency. Be prepared to work it into your system regularly. It needs to be a daily address. You might start out with a weekly address, but most teachers that I see are doing it daily. And because they're doing it daily, they don't spend that much time on it because the kids get into a rhythm. All right. So that's the beginning. And welcome to student agency. We're getting ready to move on.